Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Knowledge. When you go to tourist places during a vacation period, you mostly see outdoor adventure activities for fun and entertainment. These recreational activities are a water or a air-based type. It boosts your mental strength and physical ability. You also get a adventure type experience by doing these activities. All of these activities are performed in a hilly and coastal area places. Today, in this video, we are going to discuss about some popular activities one by one. Without further delay, let's get started. Now first talk about water-based activities. First one, parasailing. Parasailing, also known as a parascending or a parakiting. It is a water sport in which a person is a tow behind a boat while attached to a parachute-like canopy. The parasail is suspended from a harness that is attached to the boat, and as the boat moves, the parasailer is lifted into the air and glides through the sky. Now second, scuba diving. Scuba is a term that almost everyone has heard of. It is actually an acronym that stands for a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Scuba diving as a sport is when a person dives underwater to explore the ocean. There are various types of scuba diving. However, for most people, scuba diving is an activity they do recreationally as a tourist while on vacation or a holiday. Recreational scuba diving often is done off dive boats to experience unbelievable dive sights. Recreational divers put on a scuba tank to breathe underwater to see the beauty of the ocean and interact with sea creatures. Now third, water-based activities, flyboarding. Flyboarding is basically a kind of water sport that allows you to be in the water at a height on a board. It is an exciting activity that combines the thrill of flying, water and acrobatics. Flying boarding involves the use of a board that is connected to a watercraft via long hose. Water is forced through the hose and out of the nozzles on the board and lifting the rider up into the air. Now fourth one, river rafting. River rafting, also known as a whitewater rafting. It is a thrilling water sport that involves the navigating a river in an inflatable raft. It has a different difficulty levels according to the current of the water in which the sport is done. It can be done solo but is more commonly done with groups and needs a good teamwork to manage the water. River rafting, canoeing and whitewater rafting are the most preferred style of these sports. The boat is propelled by a team on it. The team is guided by a professional raft guide at the stern of the boat, who controls the navigation and the speed of the boat by leading the team. Now fifth, water activities, windsurfing. Windsurfing is one of the most popular sea sports combining sea and wind as tools at the beautiful beaches around the world. It combines the characteristics of both sailing and surfing. Windsurfing gives you the chance to enjoy the open water and practices your balance and coordination at the same time. The practices of windsurfing is simply controlling the wind while you are balancing yourself on the water. A windsurfing board is usually 2 to 2.5 meters with a sail called a ring connected to it which can move to all directions. The size of the sail changes depending on the windsurfing area and the skill of a windsurfer. Now let's talk about the last water-based activities, canoeing. Canoeing is a fun activity that involves moving through water in a small water vessel with the aid of a double-bladed paddle. It allows the boat driver to move through waterways by sitting face forward and propelling ahead with alternative side-to-side paddle strokes. The paddle sits in the cockpit with the legs extended beneath a closed deck, leaving the upper body free and exposed. Now let's move to the next air-based activities. First one, hot air balloon. A hot air balloon is a large balloon with a basket underneath in which people can travel. The balloon is filled with hot air in order to make it float in the air. Hot air ballooning entails the pilot riding inside a wicker basket attached to a used balloon made of ripstop nylon. The balloon has a burner which is positioned between the wicker basket and the balloon. The flame of the burner heats the air inside the balloon and makes it rise. The degree to which the balloon air is heated depends on the atmospheric conditions, also on how high the pilot wants the balloon to go, and of course the fuel. Now second, hang gliding. Hang gliding is a recreational and a competitive air sport in which a pilot uses a lightweight, non-motorized glider to soar through the air. The pilot is suspended from a horizontal frame, typically made of aluminum or a composite materials, by a harness, and they control the glider's pitch, roll and direction by shifting their body weight and manipulating the control bar. Hang gliders are typically launched from elevated locations such as hilly, cliffs or mountains. The pilot usually runs downhill or takes a few steps to build up enough speed for takeoff. Now third is the paragliding. Paragliding is the recreational and a competitive adventure sport of flying paraglider. A paraglider is an aeroplane in your backpack. A paraglider is a simple aircraft with no machine and no fuel, just the wind and pilot flying skills. Paragliding equipment comprises a wing or canopy called a paraglider made up of 2 layers of fabric. The wing is connected to a harness with a network of suspended lines. The pilot strapped on this harness and after a foot launch into the wind is able to sit comfortably in the harness and control the flight. Paragliders have just 2 controls on the left and the right of the pilot, which are used for turning as a brakes. With the right training and experience, a paragliding pilot in suitable condition can take off from a mountain top, fly for hours, cover long distances and land safely. Once your flight is done, the aircraft goes back in your backpack. Now fourth, air-based activity, skydiving. Skydiving is one of the most popular extreme sport in the world. Skydiving is where you jump from an aeroplane and free fall through the air for a little bit, before pulling your parachute to gently glide down to the ground. This can either be done independently or attached to an instructor, but a certain level of training has to be completed before anyone allowed to jump on their own. This adventure is only suitable for people aged 16 and older due to the nature of the activity. Doing this, you will gain courage, determination, and strength. Skydiving is a physical activity as you have to remain in a specific positions while free falling to manage your speed. It takes a lot of courage and determination to jump out of a plane and flow through the sky, but many enjoy the experience and see the world in a new way. Let's talk about bungee jumping. Bungee jumping is an adventurous sport in which people jump from higher ground such as a bridge with an elastic rope tied to their ankles to stop them from hitting the ground. The rope is designed to stretch, not break. When the rope has stretched all the way, the jumper bounces back up. When people jump, they wear safety equipment like helmets and a harness. Bungee jumping has 3 essential parts. First one is a bungee cord that will be attached to your ankle with a harness. Second is a harness that 2 harnesses will be attached to your body during your bungee jumping. One to your ankle and another one to your body to increase safety. And last part is a rubber cord to maximize safety. Bungee jumping is for everyone aged over 16 and does not require prior experience. I hope you got the proper information about certain recreational activities through this video. Next time, if you make a tour plan, you should try to perform these activities and enjoy them. Bye bye, take care. We will meet soon with another interesting topic. Till then, keep watching Knowledge. Like the video, share this video, and don't forget subscribe this channel. You can also visit the Knowledge by following the other platforms.